Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Smash Masters. This week is number 78. I'm your host for tonight, Mudkip. Got a 3-person tournament when we're doing first to 5 format. So the first person to reach 5 wins will essentially win their set. We're paying out 1 place tonight. So whoever wins, the most out of the 3 players that are participating will end up winning the tournament. Shout out to Big Lando, Murun, and CPU1 for being able to make it out to tonight's tournament. Excited to call this one for you guys today. We'll see what's in store for us. Big Lando's a returning player, and so is Murun. I believe I've seen him here a few times before. Hopefully everyone's staying safe in this snowstorm that we got. Or it's supposed to pick up later, like, who knows with the weather nowadays. Kind of hard to call. Hopefully everyone's enjoying their Monday evening, albeit the fact that it is cold outside. So if you are outside in this mess, please do stay safe. Also like to take this time to announce that next week's sign-ups for Smash Masters are on start.gg, as well as this week's Thursday night throwdown here at the Outer Limits, starting tentatively around 8 o'clock. The games we feature will be Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and 2X KO, and if there's enough interest, Halo Fury City of the Wolves. And also, if you have a game that you would like to see us host a tournament in, we would love to hear from you and bring your ideas. And just a kind of a PSA, due to insurance regulations, for anybody that comes here on the weekend, so that would be a Friday or Saturday, we are now closing at 12 o'clock due to insurance regulations. We're still tentatively open we open at 11 on Saturdays. Fridays are, I think, 2 to 11? 2 to 12, sorry. Definitely look forward to having you guys join us here at the Outer Limits. Also, feel free to book your parties online. We are now taking reservations for parties, business, team building activities, or any other functions you may want to host here at the Outer Limits. Details can be found at theouterlimitsva.com. And go ahead and book your event with us. Any questions, you can call the store. We will try to help you to the best of our ability. Pretty self-explanatory on the website. The players are getting set up on stage. The first match will be brought to you shortly here on stream. It will be Big Lando versus Murun. Interesting to see who uses who tonight. CPU typically is our Resident Pac-Man main. Big Lando typically uses Lucas. Kind of forgot who Murun teeters off with. Oh, we just got a controller pair. Alright. Getting game 1 out of a possible 9 on the way.
Start battle.
I kind of want to see a 5-game sweep here. I've never seen a 5-game sweep before, so we'll see if anybody does that. So we have Murun on Bowser and Big Lando on Lucas. The stage is set for Pokemon Stadium number 2. Let's get this one right underway. It is Murun hot out the gate with the offense against Lando here. Already has Lando knocked off the stage. Lando has the PK Thunder recover early. Murun's looking to ledge guard. No to an avail. Lando's still able to recover. Lando looking to return the favor with a PK Thunder. Accidentally PK Thunders himself. I don't think that's what he was going for there. Oopsies, Lando. Uh-oh, Bowser with the grab. Bowser with the spike. Uh-oh. And, oh my gosh, what a miraculous recovery by both of the players. Will it be Murun or will it be Lando to get first stock? It looks like it's going to be Murun with a harsh swipe that knocks Lando up and out to take him down to 2 stocks here early in game 1. I gotta say, I kind of like this blonde Bowser skin. Oh, Lando looking for a couple of barrier attacks that can't find a target. Bowser with that fire breath attack. Insane amount of rage on that. Uh-oh, Lando throwing Murun up and out, knocking him off the stage. Murun has to make a recovery and does smoothly. Murun with a grab, Murun with a stage spike. What a magnificent comeback there by Murun. Lando looking to do some damage of his own and take Murun down to 2 stocks here. Murun sitting at 127% damage. Lando sitting at 105. Can Lando knock Murun out to prevent him from getting perfect stock? Murun somehow hanging on with Bowser at 137% damage. Lando just recovered some health and is at 45% damage now. Lando with a throw, looking to prevent Murun from getting perfect stock. Looks for the barrier ledge guard, doesn't get it. Murun with a grab, Murun with a stage spike, doesn't knock Lando out just yet. Murun thought about going for the stage spike there to knock Lando out, but decided against it. Now maybe a smart move by Murun. Lando with a PK Thunder to try to prevent Murun from recovering, but Murun does so anyway. Well, I was going to say Murun's still alive on 189% damage, but he just got knocked out there by Big Lando. Lando has to be careful. He's on 116% damage. One shot from Murun could increase the complexity. Out. That's going to hurt. Murun hangs on to win game number 1 against Big Lando. We'll see if Big Lando can come back here in game number 2 and even this series up to 1 game apiece.
Stop battle, Bowser, Lucas.
Murun.
3, 2, 1, go!
Murun getting the second game going here with a bunch of offense. Already damaging Lando for 57%. 71 now. Murun's taking the fight to Lando. Lando has to figure out some kind of offense on this one. Lando looking for the barrier attack, getting no to an avail. Ouch. What a sidekick by Murun to kick Lando up and out to take him down to 2 stocks early in game 2. Murun has to make a recovery, so does Lando. What an incredible PK Thunder recovery by Lando there. Lando's trying to ledge guard Murun, looks for the spike. Murun's not going to be able to recover. And Murun goes down to 2 stocks here. And we are at 2 stocks even here in game number 2. Looks like Big Lando finally found some offense that he was looking for. That PK freeze would have been devastating had it hit, but Murun's able to dodge it. Nice dodge here by Murun. Murun's going for the ledge guard, has to recover. Both of these players finding off the stage. Murun goes down to 1 stock. Big Lando is still hanging on at 2 stocks. Lando makes a recovery, forces Murun to jump off. Unable to capitalize after. Murun goes for the grab, goes for the stage spike. Gets all of that one against Big Lando. Looking to knock Big Lando down to 1 stock here. Hasn't been able to thus far. Barrier attack from Big Lando. Trying to keep Murun at bay and trying to prevent him from recovering. Even the series up by 1 game apiece. Gets the grab, gets the throw. Big Lando still hanging on at 122% damage. Murun's almost at 100% damage. He makes a miraculous recovery back on stage. Both of these players are center stage. He will get the upper hand. Murun goes for the grab, goes for the spike. Lando is still somehow alive on 141% damage. Both of these players are at 100+% damage. Murun just swung at Lando, and that one did not miss. Takes Lando down to 1 stock. Lando has an incredible amount of damage advantage, though. Lando's just gonna barrier attack ledge guard Murun off the stage, and that's gonna spell the end for Murun here in game number 2. This series is even up at 1 game apiece. He will be the first to reach 5 wins. Game number 3 underway here for you guys. It's going to be Big Lando starting things off hot here in game number 3 against Murun. Big Lando with a baseball bat has Murun dazed and confused, throws Murun off the stage, going for the ledge guard, hits it. Murun's still able to recover. It goes for another barrier attack. Oh, that PK freeze. Murun somehow able to dodge the PK freeze, somehow able to work himself back to stage. That PK fire was devastating, almost knocked Murun up and out. Murun has to come up with some kind of offense, and he's looking to do that here. Goes for a couple of swipes against Big Lando, lands all of that. What a shell spin attack there by Murun. Attacks right into, walks right into a Big Lando barrier. Murun's going to go down to 2 stocks here early in game number 3 against these 2 contestants. We'll see what happens here. Big Lando looking to take the fight to Murun. Murun just jumps out of the way. Big Lando has to make a recovery and does. Goes for the PK Thunder. PK Thunders himself again, trying to ledge guard Murun. I don't think he was going for that there. Now it's Murun's turn. Murun with a fire breath attack to try to prevent Lando from recovering. Big Lando still recovers anyway. This is the PK freeze, but didn't matter. Murun's not able to recover. Murun goes down to 1 stock here. Game number 3. Murun, both of these players fighting off the stage. What a recovery from Big Lando there. How to use the PK Thunder. PK Thunder did perfectly to grab onto the ledge of the stage. Murun is fighting for his life. He's at 1 stock. Big Lando's at 3 stocks. What a barrier shot. A barrier shot into a PK freeze by Big Lando. That was absolutely insane. Lando goes up in this series 2 games to 1. That was game 3. We're heading to game number 4 against Big Lando and Murun. So Murun still chooses to stay on Bowser, and Big Lando still chooses to stay on Lucas. Game number 4 underway here for you guys. Big Lando taking the fight to Murun in game number 4. He's looking to go up in this set 3 games to 1. Has his work cut out for him against Murun though. We will see what happens here. What a barrier, series of barrier attacks from Big Lando against Murun. Nice shell spin attack from Murun. Goes for the fire breath attack, no to an avail. PK Thunder finds Murun and damages him. Murun's now sitting on 100% damage. Murun just got knocked out by a Big Lando barrier attack. Murun with a hard up swipe. Looks to knock Big Lando up and out here, but Big Lando just on a barrage of barrier attacks against Murun. Murun finally hard swipes at Big Lando, knocks Big Lando out and takes him down to 2 stocks. What an incredible recovery by Murun there to take Big Lando down to 2 stocks. We are at 2 stocks even now. And Murun even this series up to 2 games apiece. Big Lando has to dodge that fire breath attack. Gets knocked up, gets sidekick. What a sidekick there from Murun. knocks Big Lando down to 1 stock. Murun now looking to even this series up at 2 games apiece. We will see if he's able to do so here. PK Fire misses the target by Big Lando. Murun just on a barrage of shell spin attacks against Big Lando now. Another PK Fire into a PK Thunder. Walks right into a Murun Fire Breath attack. But Big Lando's going to be able to recover. May not be able to recover from that one. Murun falls him off the stage. Hard swipes him, and that's going to do it for Big Lando. Murun wins game number 3. Wait, game number 4. Evens this series up at 2 games apiece.
Stop battle, Bowser, Lucas. 3, 2, 1, go!
We are headed to game number 5 against PC contestants. Big Lando getting started out early against Murun here in game number 5. Murun responds with some offense of his own, knocking Big Lando up to 71% damage now. Continues the offense against Big Lando. Wow, what a series of combos from Big Lando against Murun. Murun with a shell spin attack, nails Big Lando with it. Lando's at 103% damage, goes for a PK Thunder to try to prevent Murun from recovering. Is able to do so, takes Murun down to 2 stocks. Murun can easily even this stock up by just swiping hard at Big Lando one time. Goes for the up smash. Wow, what an incredible shot there from Murun to knock Big Lando up and now take him down to 2 stocks. We are at 2 stocks even on this match. Murun's on a series of attacks against Big Lando. What a series of combinations by both of these contestants. Murun gets the better of that exchange. Going to take Big Lando down to 1 stock. Murun's looking to move up to 3 games to Big Lando's 2 here. We'll see what happens. Big Lando responding with some offense of his own. 110% damage for 20% damage for Murun. 124% damage for Murun now against Big Lando's 59% damage. Gets the grab, gets the fight. Almost knocks Big Lando out. Big Lando just grabs onto the ledge, looks for a recovery. Murun may decide to follow Big Lando off the stage. What a shot there from Murun on a spike to knock Big Lando up and out. And Murun's gonna win game number 5. Murun's up in this set 3 games to 2 against Big Lando.
Stop battle, Bowser, Lucas.
Both of the players stay on their respective characters.
1, go!
So we have Murun on Bowser and Big Lando on Lucas. Murun's currently leading the set 3 games to 2. We'll see if Big Lando can bounce back and even this setup at 3 games apiece. No 5 game sweep to speak of here. We'll see what happens in the next set. Wow, what a stage shot there from Big Lando on a recovery. A much needed recovery at that. 68% damage for Big Lando, 81% now, 98% for Murun. We're going to see what happens here between these 2 contestants. What a barrier shot from Big Lando there into a PK Thunder, almost PK Thundered himself again. What a side kick there from Murun to knock Big Lando out and take him down to 2 stocks early in this match. 118% damage from Murun, 147% damage from Murun, 148. We will see what happens next. Murun just blocking Big Lando's attacks right now, trying to make a recovery. Big Lando goes for the barrier ledge guard. Can't find it. Goes for PK Thunder. PK Thunder's Murun into himself. Goes for the grab. Goes for the barrier throw. Gets all of that. Both of these contestants now down to 2 stops. See who gets the better of the exchange here and wins game number 6 between these 2 guys. We played 5 games. The score is currently 3 games to 2. Swinging in the favor of Murun. Big Lando looking to avenge his loss here and even this series up at 3 games apiece. Murun goes for the grab, goes for the shell spike, gets all of it, knocks Big Lando off the stage. Big Lando's able to recover. Big Lando with the grab and the throw. PK Thunder ledge guard works. Murun is down to 1 stock. Murun goes for the grab. Murun goes for the throw. Murun has to recover. Unable to off the shell spin attack that may have just saved Big Lando. This series is evening up at 3 games to 3 as we head to game number 7 between Big Lando and Murun. We are heading to Town and City from game number 7. Series is tied up 3 games apiece between Murun and Big Lando. If you're just joining the stream, we have a match between Murun and Big Lando right now. Big Lando's on Lucas, Murun is on Bowser, and I'm your host for tonight, Mudkip. What an intense battle we have going on. Murun taking the damage to Big Lando early. Big Lando just spiked Murun while he was off the stage. Took him down to 2 stops. Murun looking to return the favor and does. Both of these players now at 2 stops. We are at a deadlock in game number 7. Out of a potential 9. If this game goes 4-4 even. What a shot there from Big Lando. Too bad it was blocked by Murun. Murun looking to generate some offense of his own. Goes for the... is not going to get the shell spin recovery. And is going to go down to 1 stock. That's the danger of playing Bowser. He's a pretty heavy character. If he misses recovery the first time, odds are you don't get second chances with that. Takes Big Lando down to 1 stock. We will see who wins game 7. Will it be Murun or will it be Big Lando? Murun's trying to do everything he can to go up to 4 games right now, but Big Lando's trying to do the same thing. Shell spin attack misses Big Lando. Big Lando going for the barrier attack on Murun. What? Ouch. Both of those players just collided mid-stage there. I can't tell who got the better of that one, either if it was Murun or it was Big Lando. Murun's taking more damage right now, sitting at 109% damage, 117% damage. Murun makes the recovery, looks to knock Big Lando out. Big Lando barrier attack, swings a bat, knocks Murun up and out. See you later, Murun. Big Lando wins game number 7, and we are on to game number 8. Big Lando leads the series 4 games to 3. We will see if Murun can even the series up at 4 games apiece. Final destination is the set for game number 8. Murun staying on Bowser and Big Lando staying on Lucas.
3, 2, 1, go!
Uh-oh. Big Lando coming out the gates hot with a barrier attack against Murun. Looking to take him to task early. No. Big Lando's not looking to take this all the way to game 9. He says, I want to finish this here. Doing a good job of that so far. Nice series of barrier attacks. What a dodge there by Murun. Doesn't walk into the PK3. Big Lando with a series of barrier attacks again on Murun. Murun looking to hang on 148% damage against Big Lando's 30%. Big Lando has been doing a good job not taking any damage from Murun. Goes for the grab, goes for the throw, goes for the PK Thunder. Ledge guard, gets all of that. Takes Murun down to 2 stocks here early in game number 8. What a shot there from Murun. Almost knocked Big Lando up and off the stage. Big Lando somehow to make a miraculous recovery and work his way back to center stage. A shell spin attack by Murun. Almost knocked Big Lando out. Big Lando still able to recover. Both of these players off the stage. Now it's going to be Murun that recovers first. Big Lando follows suit with a barrage of barrier attacks in tow. Escapes that swipe from Murun. Big Lando's going to have to recover again. PK Thunder launches himself back onto the stage. On the verge of getting eliminated, but no to an avail. Walks right into a grab and a shell spike throw from Murun to get taken down to 2 stocks. But again, has a significant amount of damage advantage. This is 2 stock even match on game number 8 between these 2 contestants. Out of a possible 9, but if Big Lando wins, there will not be a game 9 for these 2 contestants. Big Lando taking Murun to task early, knocks him up and out to take him down to 1 stop. Going for the guard against Murun, doesn't find it. Murun's able to recover back on stage, so is Big Lando. Find something else here for the strategy on offense. Wow, what a shot there from Murun against Big Lando. Plus the ledge guard, Big Lando not able to. Big Lando's going to have to go for another PK Thunder recovery. How many PK Thunder recoveries like that is Lando going to make tonight? Although he just PK Thundered himself on accident there. I think he meant to go for a ledge guard, but just missed that a little bit. Murun's going to take Big Lando to task and capitalize on that mistake. Take Big Lando down to 1 stop. Big Lando's going to find the PK Thunder for the correct target that time. That nails Murun. Goes for the grab. Goes for the barrier throw. Murun goes for the recovery and gets all of it. Goes for the grab. Goes for the skull spin. Oh, here we go. What a shot there from Big Lando. Big Lando finds another PK Thunder. Yeah, uh-oh. Murun looking for some offense against Big Lando. Big Lando's going to get the better of that exchange. And Murun's going to go up and out for your winner of set number 1 against Murun and Big Lando is Big Lando. Congratulations to Big Lando on winning this game winning the set in 8 games. The next set is going to be CPU 1 against Murun for round number 2, followed by CPU 1 against Big Lando. 9 possible games on stream. We are heading into our second set of the evening out of 3. Game number 1's gonna get set to take place at Pokemon Stadium. 2, personally my favorite stage of this game. Murun's gonna look to stay locked in on Bowser. And CPU1 decides to go to Pac-Man.
3, 2, 1, go!
Game number 1 between these 2 underway. CPU1 goes for the projectile early, finds it against Murun. Murun's already at 21% damage. Murun looking to get the offense going against CPU1 here. CPU1 has to make a recovery and does. Murun tried to ledge guard CPU1, no to an avail there. Ouch. What a swipe from Murun, what a sidekick. CPU1 has to recovers, dodges the fire attack by Murun. Has to make another recovery. Somehow made a miraculous one there. Nice job by CPU. CPU is back on the stage now, taking the fight to Murun, or at least trying to. Spawns a hydrant, unable to put it in play. Ouch, walks into a fire attack by Murun. Gonna get swiped and gonna get knocked out to go down to 2 stocks here early in game 1. Murun gets the grab, Murun gets the shell spike. Ouch, that projectile's gonna hit Murun and that one's gonna hurt. Taking Murun up to 99% damage. Murun's gonna... Wow! Murun caught CPU1's spell and used it against him. Both of these players have to make a recovery and both of them do. CPU's looking for the stomp to finish Murun off. Take him down to 2 stocks. Unable to do so thus far there. We'll see what CPU has in store. Going for another projectile. Unable to spawn one there, but spawns a hydrant. Knocks that into Murun. Murun knocks it the opposite direction. Throws a bell into Murun that gets blocked. Murun looking to ledge guard CPU1 and yep. Wipes him off the spawn. It takes him down to 1 stock. Murun swipes CPU1's hydrant like it's a ragdoll. What a shot there from CPU1 looking to stun Murun with the bell in his. Unable to do so thus far, CPU1 has to make a recovery. Murun goes for the shell spike. CPU1 finally knocks, dazes and confuses Murun with his bell, knocks him down to 2 stocks. Murun has both the stock and the damage advantage here against CPU1 in game number 1. CPU1 goes for the grab, unable to find it. Murun with the shell spin attack that knocks CPU1 up, and Murun's gonna finish the job with a hard side kick that takes CPU1 up and out. The winner of game 1 is Murun.
Start the battle, Bowser. Pac-Man!
Game number 2 on the way against Murun and CPU1. Both of the players staying on their respective characters. CPU1 looks to get things going early. So does Murun. Murun taking the fight to CPU1. CPU1 responding with some offense of his own. Very good job by both of these contestants here in game number 2. CPU1 just kicked Murun off the stage. Murun goes for the shell spike. Shell spin spike. Unable to find it against CPU1. Finally, it dazes and confuses CPU1 with his own bell. Gets a hard side kick and is going to take CPU1 up and out to take him down to do 2 stocks. You're early in game 2. That bell just ricocheted off of Murun's shield. Murun's gonna have to make a recovery and does. Knocks CP1's hydrant into him. CP1's looking for projectile. Big Murun's not gonna allow that though. CP1 goes off the stage and follows Murun off. Murun's gonna look to put the hydrant in play, but it's gonna be CP1 getting the better of the exchange, knocking the hydrant into Murun. Is Murun unable to capitalize? Both of these players have to make a recovery. It's going to be Murun making a recovery first. Goes to the shell spin spike against CP1. Knocks CP1's hydrant into him. Fire breath attack against CP1. CP1's still going to be able to make a recovery. Gets the grab, gets the throw, takes Murun down to 2 stops. Murun puts CP1's hydrant in place. CP1 makes another miraculous recovery onto the stage. Throws a projectile at Murun that gets blocked by him. Murun has to go back to the drawing board and rethink his offensive strategies here against CP1. CP1 just dodges that hydrant from hitting him for damage. Finds a set of keys and throws that at Murun. That can't feel good. Or we see another hydrant get put into play here. What a hard swipe there from Murun could knock CP1 out to take him down to one stock here in game number 2. Little ping pong there played with a hydrant between the two contestants. Hydrant just falls harmlessly off the other side of the stage. Murun gets stunned by CP1's bell. CP1's unable to capitalize. CP1 looking to take Murun down to one stock. Stuns him with the bell again, goes for the stomps. Unable to find it there against Murun. Murun's able to recover, so is CPU1. CPU1 sitting on one stock, looking to knock Murun down to one stock and even the stocks up at least. While he looks for a win in game number 2 against Murun. Murun looking to not let that happen. Gets the CPU1 gets the grab. CPU1 gets the throw. Knocks Murun up and out to take him down to one stock. We are at one stock even with Murun with the damage advantage. And Murun's going to put that advantage to use perfectly as he knocks CPU1 up and out to win game number 2. Game 3 set to take place at Fountain City against Murun and CPU1. What a shot there from CPU1 to get game 3 going early against Murun. CPU1 looking to storm back in game 3 and looking for a win against Murun, but Murun's proving a force to be reckoned with against CPU1. Murun generating some offense of his own as well. We'll see who gets the better of this offensive exchange. Murun has the ledge guard going for him right now. CPU1 still able to make a recovery. Will Murun put the hydrant in place? CPU1 has a bell, unable to get any use out of it. Yep, one hard swipe from Murun's gonna knock CPU1 up and out early in game number 3. CPU1 has Murun damaged at 80%. Needs to capitalize, unable to do so there. Murun goes back on the offense against CPU1, looking to keep him from recovering. CPU1's gonna be able to recover anyway because that's just what CPU1 does best on Pac-Man. Makes another recovery, spawns a hydrant, looks to put it in play, unable to. Murun gets another projectile thrown at him. It's a hydrant just dropped on him. Nice job by CPU to block that hydrant attack. Stops Murun's attack, looking to put the hydrant in play against Murun, but it's going to be Murun getting the better of that exchange and putting the hydrant into play against CPU. One side kick from Murun and one knockout. CPU1's down to one stock here in game number 3 against these two contestants. CPU1 with a projectile throw. Murun's able to make a recovery on stage. Dodges all the attacks by CPU1. CPU1 goes for a couple of stomps. CPU1 puts the hydrant in play against Murun. Goes for another projectile. Murun's not going to allow that. Murun's sitting on 194% damage. This is insanity at its finest. CPU1 finally able to take Murun out and take him down to 2 stocks. Here in game number 3. Murun swipes at CPU1, knocks him off the stage. Doesn't knock him out. CPU1's able to recover. CPU1 looking to take the fight to Murun here. Murun swipes at CPU1 again, knocks him off the stage. CPU1's going the wrong directions, but still makes a recovery. I didn't know if CPU1 was going to make that recovery. He was under the stage for the longest time, but seems to have found his way back up. One harsh side kick from Murun. That may spell the end for CPU1. Nope, CPU1's still very much alive in game number 3. Looking for a projectile probably. Throws an apple at Murun twice over. They look to put the hydrant into play against Murun. Murun's just going to swat at the hydrant one time. That's going to knock CPU1 off. CPU1's going to get prevented from recovering by Murun's fire breath attack. And just like that, Murun is up 3-0 against CPU1. Headed to game number 4 between the two contestants.
Start the battle, Bowser. Pac-Man!
Murun staying on Bowser and
3, 2,
CP1 staying on Pac-Man. We are underway at game number 4. Looks like the set's going to be on Battlefield. It's going to be Murun kicking things off early for us in game number 4. CPU gets the grab, gets a couple of shots in against Murun. CPU1 has Murun up at 61% damage now. We'll see what happens here between these two. Gets an orange thrown at him. That can't feel good. Murun looking to put CPU1's hydrant in play and is able to do so. Gets the projectile grab and gets the projectile throw. Gets the hard side smash. Not the bell. That bell's gonna daze and confuse Murun. CPU1's gonna take full advantage and knock Murun up and out to take him down to 2 stocks. We're in game number 4. CPU1's looking to end perfection by Murun here, but Murun's keeping the offensive onslaught up against CPU1. Not there though. CPU1 tried to recover, walks into a fist from Murun, knocks him up and out to take him down to 2 stocks. We are now at 2 stocks even in game number 4 between CPU1 and Murun. If you're just joining us, Murun is on Bowser and CPU1 is on Pac-Man, and I'm your host for this evening's Smash Masters Butt Kick. What a series of combos by CPU1. Gets the grab, gets the throw off the stage. What a shot at the hydrant there by Murun to put that in play against CPU. No 2 in avail though. Both of these players are able to recover. Murun's going to try to put a hydrant in play into CPU and knock him up and out. But Go is unable to do so as CPU1's able to parry it, but walks into a fire breath attack from Murun, dodges the punch, and not able to dodge the upside kick, and CPU1's going to go down to 1 stock here. CPU1's looking to return the favor against Murun. Murun's at 92% damage. Murun. Oh, that's why they're called suicide dives, folks, because that one did not pay off, and Murun's also down to 1 stock now. Went for a dive spike against CPU1, missed all of it. Goes down to 1 stock for his efforts, gets the grab, gets the shell spike throw. Going to look to put that hydrant in play against CPU1. Now unable to do so, CPU1's getting the better of the offensive exchange so far. Murun's barreling back with some offense of his own. CPU1's looking to recover right now against Murun. Looking to find a way to take Murun out to win game number 4 at least. Looks to put the hydrant in play. Gets the carry. Hits Murun with it. But one Murun fist is gonna end all that. Murun's gonna win game number 4 against CPU1. We are headed to game number 5.
Start the battle, Bowser. Pac-Man!
Murun is still on Bowser and CPU1 is still on Pac-Man. This is game number 5 here, folks. Murun with a tailspin attack against CPU1. CPU1 kicks the hydrant. Misses Murun though, falls harmlessly off the other side of the stage. Murun taking the fight to CPU1 here in game number 5. CPU1 just looking for any way to recover he can. What a series of combinations there from CPU1. CPU1 goes for the attack on Murun, but no to an avail. Locks his hydrant into Murun, almost knocks Murun up and out there. Knocks Murun up and out there to take Murun down to 2 stocks. Murun trying to figure out some offense against CPU1 here in game number 5. Potentially the final game of the set. Murun has CPU1 at 88% damage. Looking to knock CPU1 out, but CPU1's doing a really good job at staying alive. He knows what's at stake. Murun puts the hydrant in play. Almost got blasted by CPU1 there, but able to dodge it. One's a hard side kick from Murun. Gonna send CPU1 down to 2 stocks. CPU1 has the damage advantage against Murun. We'll see if the hydrant comes into play here. CPU1 kicks the hydrant, falls harmlessly off the stage. Doesn't damage anybody. Now Murun's going to try to put the hydrant into play against CPU, unable to find anybody there. CPU1's going to knock the hydrant into Murun. CPU1's going to throw the bell into Murun. That's going to stun and confuse him. Murun's up at 132% damage. CPU's only at 25. Hard knock from CPU sends Murun flying. Takes him down to 1 stock. And CPU1 clutch up in game number 5 to take 1 game away from Murun and at least force a game number 6. This would prevent the sweep. Murun knocks CPU1's hydrant and tries to knock CPU1's hydrant into him. No to an avail. Murun's gonna catch CPU1's projectile, tries to throw it back at him, no to an avail there either. Finds a hydrant, kicks the hydrant right into Murun, knocks him off the stage briefly, but Murun's able to make a nice recovery. Goes for a series of punches that misses CPU1. CPU1's able to make a recovery. Tries to throw a projectile at Murun. No to an avail there. CPU1 tried to put his hydrant into play, but his hydrant just disappeared. Wow, what a parry there from CPU1 on his hydrant. That could have hurt him severely. Murun's going to go for the up smash to try to knock CPU1 up and out. That's not going to happen. CPU1 makes a recovery. CPU1 going on the offense. Murun trying to find any offense he can against CPU1 right now. Gets stunned by the bell. Still is very much alive in this match. CPU1 has another bell in hand. Throws it at Murun, but Murun has it now. Goes for the grab, goes for the shell spike. Murun still has a projectile. They're going to be able to stun CPU1 with it. CPU1 goes for the hydrant spawn. Puts the hydrant into play against Murun. Ouch! That hydrant's gonna get knocked into Murun as it bounces around, and that's gonna knock Murun up and out. And well, CPU1 just clutched up in game 5 to force at least 1 more game.
Stop the battle. Bowser.
A reverse sweep would be insanity. But we are headed into game number 6
2, 1, go.
against Murun and CPU1. We are on Pokemon Stadium number 2, the Pokemon Stadium 2. Personally, my favorite stage of this game. It is going to be CPU1 getting things going early against Murun here. Has a hydrant spawn. Hydrant has not come into play yet. Side sweat. Uh-oh. It's going to be Murun that tries to put the hydrant in play against CPU. Unable to do so there as CPU1 just blocks the hydrant and it parries off the opposite side of the stage. Blocks the hydrant attack again from Murun. Goes for the grab, doesn't get it. Tries to put the hydrant into play against Murun now. Found a hydrant. Unable to put it in play against Murun. Looks for another projectile. Looks for the bell. Gets the bell, but Murun has it in play now. He's going to stun CP1 with it. Just going to fall on him and body slam him. CP1's going to try to make a recovery and somehow does. Dodges the punch from Murun, gets the grab and the throw, misses the projectile, goes for the spike. Can't find that either. Murun goes for the shell spin spike. Can't find that. Goes for the grab, goes for the shell spin spike throw that knocks CPU1 up and out. New question is how Murun's alive with Bowser at 195% damage. That's kind of nuts. But every time I say that, I fix on jinxing it. So we'll see what happens here. Murun with a fire breath attack against CPU1. CPU1 hard kicks Murun. Murun is at 205% damage. He's still alive on Bowser. That throw may have just changed the game. Yep, it did. Off of a one hard side kick by CPU1, Murun goes flying. Good job to Murun for hanging on to, despite being at 200 plus damage for a while it lasted. Murun's going to look to take CPU1 out to one stock. CPU1's going to look to do the same to Murun here in game number 6. And Murun wins one more game, regardless of what game number it's in. He will win this set as he's already up 4 games to currently CPU's 1. Goes for the fire breath attack to prevent CPU1 from spawning. CPU1's going to respawn anyway. Both of those players go for a swing at each other. It's going to be Murun coming out on top. CPU1 goes down to one stock here in game number 6. Gets the bell, goes to the well, misses Murun completely, stuns Murun with the second time he threw it. Is able to take Murun down to one stock. The damage may already be done early as CPU1 looks to take Murun up to task. Both of these players are at about an equal amount of damage. Not anymore after that shell spin attack from Murun. CPU1 goes for the stomp. This is all of it. Murun goes for a series of combos with a flash kick at the end. And Murun's going to win this set 5 games to 1. Very admirable job by CPU to at least take one game away from Murun. Alright, down to our final match of the evening. That's going to feature CP1 against Big Lando. This has been an absolute fun one to call for you guys. Again, if you're just tuning in on stream, you're tuning in to our main event of the evening against Big Lando and CP1. Lando is on Lucas and CP1 is on his main character, which is Pac-Man. Game 1 set to go underway for you guys. Got a hydrant spawn early in the game. Both of these players look to put it in play. It's going to be CP1 coming out with the better end of that. Nice barrier attacks from Big Lando. Trying to get damage in on CPU1. CPU1's looking for a projectile. Finds one, throws it into the hydrant. Carries the hydrant the opposite direction to Big Lando. Big Lando walks into a grab by CP1. Gets thrown, dodges the bell attack. But that hard attack from CP1's gonna knock Big Lando up and out to take him down to 2 stocks here early in game number 1. That projectile just ricocheted off of Big Lando. Both of these players have to make a recovery out. Big Lando just got a hydrant dropped on him. CP1 went for the stun with the bell, but unable to find it. Goes for another projectile attack on the hydrant, but unable to find that either. Both of these players need to make a recovery, and both of them do. Lando homers the hydrant, tries to get it into CPU. CPU1 dodges the hydrant. Lando is at 104% damage. CPU1's at 86% damage. 94 now. CP1 gets the better of that offensive exchange. Knocks Big Lando up and out to take him down to one stock. That hydrant's in the play again. Both of the players getting their shot in on the hydrant. The hydrant falls harmlessly again. CP1 looking to get some offense going against Big Lando here. CP1 still at a perfect 3 stops against Big Lando's 1. Still has that going for him, but not necessarily the damage advantage. Lando's gonna get a series of combos in and knock CPU1 out to take him down to 2 stops. We'll see what happens next here between these two contestants. Big Lando blocks that attack from CPU1. Goes for another series of attacks. CPU1 gets the bell, gets the throw. Not able to find anybody home for that bell attack. Lando's gonna look for some offense here against CPU1 to knock him down to 1 stock and at least even the stock matchup. But CPU1's gonna kick him off the side of the stage towards the middle so he can make a recovery, and does so. Gets the grab, gets the assist from the stage. Puts the hydrant in play, but the hydrant can't find anybody. PK Freeze gets blocked by CP1. So does the projectile by Big Lando. CP1 looks to put the hydrant in play, but the hydrant falls off the stage. PK fires the hydrant, but bounces off the opposite side of CPU1. CPU1's just going to hard kick Big Lando 1 time, and Big Lando's going to go up and out. The winner of game 1 is CPU. Game 2 set to take place at Smashville. Lando staying on Lucas. CPU1 staying on Pac-Man.
3, 2, 1, go!
See what happens here in game 2. We'll see if Lando can avenge his loss against CPU1 here. Has a hydrant in play. Kicks the hydrant towards Big Lando. Now hydrant's gonna fall harmlessly out the other side of the stage. Lando has a couple of barrier attacks lined up. One of them finds CPU1 and damages him a bit. CPU1 getting the better of the offensive exchange against Big Lando here. Wow. What a series of combos by both of these contestants. Lando has to make a PK Thunder recovery and does so elegantly. CP1's gonna fire that turret. It's gonna take Lando with it. Stuns Lando with a bell. Hard smashes Lando, knocks him down to 2 stocks here. Early in game number 2 between these two contestants. Has a projectile. Throws a projectile, can't find Lando with it. Lando with a bunch of barriers. Lando with a series of barrier attacks. Looking to parry CPU1's hydrant. Unable to do so though. CPU1 with the off. Trying to generate some offense with some combos. Walks into a barrier attack by Big Lando. Has to make a recovery. We'll see if he's able to do so. Here he is. That PK Thunder is going to bounce CPU1 off the side of the stage. CPU1's still able to make a recovery somehow. Walks into a PK fire from Big Lando. Has a hydrant in play. Apple bounces off the hydrant and finds Big Lando. Lando's at 54% damage. CPU1's at 146% damage. Lando looking to knock CPU1 up and now to take him down to 2 stocks. Unable to do so thus far. Lando's finally able to knock CPU1 down to 2 stocks. After he homers CPU1 there, CPU1 has the damage advantage against Big Lando. Big Lando sitting at 94%, now 104% damage. Looks to PK freeze the hydrant into CPU1, but CPU1's just going to knock the hydrant right back into Big Lando. Stuns Big Lando, hard hits Big Lando. CPU1 looking well on his way to win game number 2, but this is anyone's game still. Big Lando's still very much in this fight. CPU has the stock and the damage advantage so far. Big Lando looking for a series of barrier attacks against CPU, finds all of them, goes for another one. CPU1 goes for a hard side smash, can't find it. CPU1 looks to generate a projectile, can't find that either. Or the projectile can't find anybody after he throws it. What a attack by Big Lando. Wow, I've never seen that. Big Lando just PK thundered himself into CPU while on stage. Damaged CPU1, knocked him off the opposite side of the stage. CPU1 still somehow able to make a recovery. PK Thunder trying to prevent CPU1 from making a recovery. CPU1's going to kick the hydrant into Big Lando. That bell's going to stun Big Lando on the ledge. CPU1 with a one hard side smash. CPU1's going to win game number 2.
Stop battle, Lucas, Pac-Man.
Game 3 set to get underway for you guys against Big Lando and CPU1. CPU1 currently leads the set 2-0. We will see what happens here in game number 3. Looks like it's going to be Big Lando kicking things up off here on offense. CPU1's able to make a miraculous recovery there. Damage Lando a bit more. Lando looking to bounce back with a combo of his own. He takes CPU1 up to task, unable to find it there. Wow, nice parries again on the hydrant by both of the players. CPU1 has to make a recovery and does. Lando tried to ledge guard barrier attack CPU1. Unable to do so there. This is a fast-paced game 3. A lot going on here. Both of these players trying to get the better of one another. CPU1 just jumps off the stage, unable to recover. Goes down to 2 stocks. Maybe he just wanted a restart. Lando sees an opening, looking to take full advantage of CPU1 here. CPU1's gonna put that fire hydrant back into play against Big Lando. Projectile finds him. PK Thunder recovery gonna knock CPU1 off the side of the stage. CPU1's gonna make a recovery. Big Lando is not. Big Lando goes down to 2 stocks. We are at 2 stocks even here in game number 3 between Big Lando and CPU1. Both players making the recovery. CPU1 looking for a projectile, can't find it. Goes for the stop. Lando goes for the PK Thunder recovery, is able to get all of it. Looks for a couple of barrier attacks on CPU1. PK fires CPU1's projectile right back at him. Goes for another barrier attack on CPU1. CPU1 spawns another hydrant. Lando gets the grab, gets the throw off the stage on CPU1. Unable to do anything with it, gets the grab, gets the barrier throw again. Looks for the PK freeze, can't find it. CPU1 has to make a recovery and somehow does. Lando barrier attacks him off the opposite side of the stage. Let's see what happens here. Lando trying to ledge guard CPU1. CPU1 not letting that happen. Finds a hydrant, puts it into play. CPU1 gets the better of that grab and the throw. CPU1's gonna look to knock Big Lando up and out here. Gets another grab and the throw. Lando at 130% damage. Want to put that hydrant into play against Big Lando. Big Lando's going to go down to one stock first here in game number 3. Lando ledge guard CPU1, knocks him up and out. Takes him down to one stock. We're at one stock even here in game number 3 of this set. Who will win game 3? Will it be Big Lando or will it be CPU? Looks like CPU's gonna be winning game number 3 as he's already has Big Lando at 79% damage. Lando trying to come up with some offense against CPU. Can't find any at the moment. One hard side smash from CPU1 and CPU1's gonna win 3 games. Gonna go up in this set 3 games to 0. Two more match wins in this set against Big Lando, and CPU1 will have claimed the set win against Big Lando.
3, 2, 1, go!
Game 4 underway between these two contestants. Both contestants fired up, trying to find some offense against one another. Gonna be Big Lando getting the early end of this offense advantage. CPU looking to find some offense of his own. Can't find any so far. Big Lando has to make a recovery. CPU1 does too. Both of them make a recovery, are back at center stage, duking it out. CPU1 has an attack charge up. Lets it go. Can't find anybody on the receiving end of it. Big Lando knocks CPU1 up and out. Big CPU1 is already at 101% damage, 114. PK freeze there would have been devastating for CPU1. But somehow dodges a way out of that. Has to make another recovery and does. What a recovery there from CPU1. CPU1 looks to take Big Lando up and out here early in game number 4. Throws the apple that bounces off the stage there. Can't find anybody on the end of it. Big Lando's gonna barrier attack CPU1 and knock him up and out. Take him down to 2 stocks here early in game number 4. Big Lando's gonna respawn with a series of combos against CPU. CPU1 looking to take Big Lando up and out to take him down to 2 stock in game number 4. And even this stock up is going to be able to do so as Lando's not going to be able to recover there. Lando follows CPU1 off the stage. CPU1 does his best fighting off the stage. Lando almost made an insane PK Thunder recovery on the opposite side of the stage. Good try there by Lando. CPU1's down up in this game 2 stocks to 1 right now. In game number 4, Lando's looking to do anything he can to win this match against CPU. PK thunders himself right back to center stage. Nice recovery there by Big Lando. Gonna walk into an attack by CPU. CPU goes for a couple of stomps, nails all of that against Big Lando. Spawns a hydrant. Stuns Big Lando, knocks the turn into Big Lando. Has the projectile, throw it at Big Lando, but doesn't hit him. Puts the hydrant into play, gonna block that PK freeze by Big Lando that could have potentially knocked him up and out. Goes for a couple of stomps, nope, puts the hydrant in play up against Big Lando. Doesn't get that either. Goes for another hydrant, puts that in play. Parries his own projectile from Big Lando, right back at Big Lando. Big Lando goes for the grab, goes for the barrier throw. CPU1 has to make a recovery. Will he be able to do it? No, he will not. CPU1 goes down to 1 stock here in game number 4. Knocks that hydrant into Big Lando. Big Lando's at 122% damage against CPU1. The CPU1's looking to finish the job against Big Lando. Here in game number 4, Lando looking to put the hydrant into play, no to an avail. CPU1's gonna just dodge out of the way. Has a bell in his hand. Lando has a barrier attack in tow for CPU1. CPU1 try to put that hydrant into play, unable to do so. Barrier, grabbing the barrier throw by Big Lando, can't find anything. CPU1's gonna look to put this hydrant into play against Big Lando. Gonna knock that hydrant right into him and send him flying. CPU is up in this set 4-0 against Lando.
Start battle. Lucas, Pac-Man.
Alright. This is officially must-win territory for Big Lando here in game number 5. Lando starting off hot against CPU1. He knows what's at stake here. CPU1 putting that hydrant into play against Big Lando. Throws a projectile that hits Big Lando. Big Lando parries that projectile with a PK fire. Nice parry there by Big Lando. What a shot there from CPU1. Lando got the offense going early. CPU1 hot on his heels. Has a bell. Nope, loses it. Both players lose the bell. That's a shame. Parries the CPU. Parries the CPU1 hydrant back and forth. CPU1 kicks the hydrant, looks to put it into play against Big Lando, unable to do so. Both of these players are at over 100% damage. We'll see who gets the upper hand here. CPU1's gonna put that projectile into play against Big Lando. May knock Big Lando out with that shot there. Lando's still somehow able to make a recovery despite CPU1 knocking his hydrant into him. A hard swipe from CPU1 is going to send Big Lando flying down to 2 stocks. Here early in game number 5. PK Thunder trying to find CPU1 to connect, along with the PK Freeze following, along with the barrier attack. CPU1 is still alive at 147% damage. Kinda crazy. But CPU1's holding his own against Big Lando here. Big Lando with a barrier attack that knocks CPU1 up and out. CPU1's still able to recover. PK Thunder looking to find CPU1. CPU1 somehow rolls out of the way of that barrier attack. Can't recover there. Both of these players are at 2 stocks now. CPU1 looks to get the offense going against Big Lando. Puts the hydrant into play. Lando parries it off the opposite side of the stage. That's going to fall harmlessly. CPU1's going to have to come up with another strategy here. Knocks Big Lando off the side of the stage. Lando recovers. Throws a projectile into Lando. Knocks him around a little bit. Lando's still alive. CPU1 with a series of combos. CPU1 with a hydrant. Lando may look to put the hydrant into play. Nope. Gonna try to barrier spike CPU1 to take him down to 1 stock here early in game number 5. Caught CPU1's hydrant. Barrier attacks him off an air attack. Looks for the PK freeze. Can't find it. Barrier attacks CPU1 again. That hydrant's just gonna fall onto the stage. CPU1's gonna be unable to recover after the PK Thunder. Ledge guard prevents him from doing so. Looking to put the hydrant into play against Lando, unable to do so thus far. Looks for the grab, missed the grab as Lando attacks CPU1. PK Freeze looking for CPU1, not able to find it. There, ledge guard works against CPU1 though, knocks him off the stage again. CPU1 able to make another recovery against Big Lando. Looking to put the hydrant into play against Big Lando, unable to do so. Lando with a PK fire that has CPU1. CPU1's looking to make a recovery, hard kicks Lando. Knocks him down to one stock. CPU1's at 126% damage. Lando looking to take CPU1 to task here. Wow. CPU1 tries to throw his bell into Big Lando, not able to. Lando trying to get the offense going here against CPU1. Knocks CPU1 up and out at 151% damage. Lando hangs on to win a must-win game 5.
Stop battle, Lucas, Pac-Man! 3, 2, 1, go!
Game 6 underway between CPU1 and Big Lando. Nice job there on Big Lando's part for winning game number 5 to stay alive in this set. Lando's looking to take the fight to CPU in game number 6. Move up to 2 games to CPU's 4. If CPU wins this match, it will be set for CPU. CPU1 drops the hydrant that's going to fall on stage. Off of a PK freeze by Big Lando that CPU1 blocks. CPU1 looks to put the hydrant into play, unable to do so. Lando gets the barrier attack. Gets the PK Thunder ledge guard against CPU. CPU is going to have to make a recovery. Going to be able to do so, but going to walk into a hard barrier attack right from Big Lando. All right. First stock advantage goes to Big Lando, but Lando does not have the damage advantage to follow it though. CP1's gonna look to take Lando up and out here. Lando's sitting at 138% damage. Gonna barrier attack CP1 off the stage. CP1 still able to make a recovery. PK Freeze tries to find CP1 but misses it. CP1's able to roll out of the way of that. We will see what CP1 has in store here against Big Lando. Goes for the projectile smart. Goes for the grab that Lando rolls out of to avoid. Lando tries to ledge guard CPU, no to an avail. CP1's gonna look to put his hydrant into play. What a barrier shot from Big Lando, looking to knock CPU1 up and out. CPU1 still hanging on at 143% damage. Lando's hanging on at 178% damage. Good job by both of these contestants. It's going to be Big Lando coming out with the advantage there against CPU1. CPU1 returns the favor and knocks Big Lando up and out to take him down to 2 stock. CPU1 getting the damage going early against Big Lando. Gets the projectile, misses it. Throws the projectile into the hydrant, gets all of that time. It's gonna roll spike Big Lando off the side of the stage. Big Lando's going to be able to make a recovery. Projectile can't find anybody. Lando's looking to put the hydrant in play, but it's going to be CPU1 that does. Nice shot there. Nice series of combos there by Big Lando. Lando's going to try to ledge guard CPU with a barrier, but that's not going to work. CPU1's able to make a recovery anyway. Hard side smash from CPU1's going to take Big Lando up and out. CPU1 still has a shot to win this one at 57% damage. Now 70, Lando at 24, now Lando at 35. PK Thunder, their attempt by Lando gets thwarted by CPU1. Lando's barrier ledge guard fails, but that side smash from Lando's going to knock CPU1 up and out. Lando's going to win game number 6 against CPU1. Lando is still down in this set, 4-2. We are heading into game 7 between Lando and CPU.
Three, two, one, go!
All right. Game 7 heading, going on away. Lando starts things off with a couple of barrier attacks against CPU1. Onto a shield attack, gets CPU1, knocks his hydrant into Big Lando. Big Lando with another series of barrier attacks against CPU1, looking to put CPU1's hydrant into play, not able to do so there. CPU1 looking to find some offense against Big Lando. Lando knocks CPU1's hydrant into him, goes for a couple of stomps that can't find CPU1. CPU1 throws a projectile at Big Lando. Lando trying to PK free CPU1, no to an avail right now. Barrier attack, it's all of it though against CPU1 and sends CPU1 down, up and out to take him down to 2 stops. Here in game number 7 against CPU1. CPU1 side smash against Big Lando. Big Lando has to PK Thunder recovery and does. What a nice recovery there from Big Lando. Nice series of barrier shots there from Big Lando again. CPU1's just going to kick his hydrant into Big Lando. Looking to stun Big Lando with a bell here. We know what that bell can do, and that bell can be absolutely devastating if utilized properly. What CPU1's looking to do here against Lando. Lando's sitting at 125% damage. That projectile is going to send Lando flying. Does CPU1 have another one in tow? He does, but can't find it. But finds a side smash that sends Big Lando flying and down to 2 stocks. That PK freeze going to get Lando nowhere. Tries to PK Thunder though. Hydrant into CPU, but no to an avail. CPU1 blocking all those attacks. Hard kicks Lando, throws a projectile into him. It's another hydrant spawn that Lando just very wisely knocks off the opposite side of the stage. CPU1 looking to put the hydrant into play against Big Lando. Unable to find it though. Nice barrier attack by Big Lando there. Hydrant spawn again by CPU. Looks for the projectile. Throws Lando into the platform. Bounces off the side. CPU1 just caught the bell he threw. Jumps out of the way of a PK freeze. Has a bell. Unable to stun Lando with it. Gets the grab, gets the throw. Tries to put the hydrant in play. Gets the projectile. Throws it at Lando. Both of the players parrying CPU1's hydrant. CPU1 knocks the bell into Lando. Gets all of that. Stuns Lando. Lando is down to 1 stock. Here in game number 7. PK fire, PK freeze, both find CPU1. CPU1 has to make a recovery but walks into a hard side smash and Big Lando to go down to one stop. Who will win game number 7? Will it be CPU1 or will it be Big Lando? Lando trying to do everything he can to win game number 7 to force a game number 8. CPU wins this game, it will be set. See what happens here. Barrier attack waiting for CPU1, but CPU1's able to block that. Finds a projectile, throws it at Lando, hits Lando with it. Finds a hydrant now. We'll see if he's able to put the hydrant into play. No time. CPU1 goes right for the offense against Big Lando. Oh man, this is neck and neck against Lando and CPU. We'll see who gets the last knockout. It looks like it's going to be CPU. Nope, Lando's able to recover. Lando with a series of offensive attacks against CPU1 now. Both of these players add an insane high amount of damage. Lando's going to try to put CPU1's hydrant into play perhaps. No, it's going to be CPU1 putting his hydrant into play against Big Lando. Lando's going to grab. Lando's going to barrier throw CPU1 a few times. Ledge guards with a barrier on CPU1 and Lando's going to win game number 7 to force game number 8 against CPU1. Absolute insanity between these two players. Wow. I thought CPU1 had that in the bag, but Big Lando had other plans. Nice job by Big Lando. Lando is 3 games now to CPU1's 4. We're on game number 8. Got it, just had to do the math in my head real quick. Lando getting the game started hot with the offense. CPU1 in tow, following suit. Trying to generate some offense of his own, finds the projectile, throws that into Big Lando. Lando trying to knock CPU1's hydrant into him. That hydrant's gonna fall harmlessly off the opposite side of the stage. CPU1's gonna knock Big Lando into his turret. Stuns Lando with a bell. Throws a projectile at Lando. Lando's at 123% damage, 150 before he gets knocked up and out by CPU1 to go down to 2 stocks. Here in game number 8. Stuns Big Lando again with a bell. Nice bell throw by CPU1 there. Lando looking to return the favor against CPU and knock him up and out in game number 8. CPU1 has to make a recovery. Recovers right into a barrier attack by Big Lando. Lando ledge guard CPU1 again. Both of these players are now at 2 stocks apiece. Lando with a series of barrier attacks on CPU1. CPU1 puts that hydrant into play against Big Lando. Not much to do after though. We'll see who goes down to 1 stock here first. CPU1 realizing he threw his projectile the wrong way. Goes quickly to catch it. Both of these players off the stage battling hard. It's going to be Big Lando who comes out at the end of it on top. CPU1 has a bell though. Gonna go for a stun possibly. Unable to find it. Tries to put the hydrant into play against Big Lando. CPU1's at 1 stock. Big Lando is still at 2 stocks, but is at 100% damage. That bell's gonna absolutely stun Big Lando. CPU1's gonna be able to get the knockout there. Both of these players at one stock again. On game number 8. CP1 looks for a couple of projectiles, can't find them. Has to parry that hydrant off the opposite side of the stage. Is able to do so perfectly. Nice job by CP1. Nice barrier attacks by Big Lando. Trying to put that hydrant into play against CP1. CP1's gonna throw the projectile at Lando. Lando's just gonna parry it. Looking to knock CP1 up and out. CP1's not giving up just yet. Looking to put the hydrant into play against Big Lando. Has a hydrant spawn. Kicks the hydrant right into Lando. Lando's at 97% damage. Barrier attack and follows in suit on the recovery. CP1 gets the grab and gets the throw. Almost knocks Lando up and out there. Has a bell. We'll see if he's able to use that. Has a set of keys. Throws that at Lando. Lando very wisely jumps out of the way. Lando trying to put CP1's hydrant into play against him. Goes for the home run. Misses the home run. CP1 spawns the hydrant. Puts it in play against Lando. Can't find Lando. Lando's going to try to put that hydrant into play against CP1 now. He's going to get the last shot. CP1 just hits Lando right into his hydrant. Oh my god. CP1 knocks Lando up. Cannot knock him out. This is insanity. Lando hangs on to win at 161% damage on one stock to force game number 9. Holy smokes, chat. Lando marched back from being down 4 games. Came back and swept the next 4 against CPU. We are now at a winner-take-all game 9 in our final set of the evening. How's that for a main event for y'all? Game 9 starting hot. Lando getting the upper hand early. Knocks CPU1 out with a barrier spike. Woo-wee. Talk about an action-packed main event. CPU1 with a projectile. Throws that into Big Lando. Can't find Big Lando. Lando goes for the barrier attacks again. Nice barrier combos there by Big Lando. CPU1 gets the better of that offensive exchange. Puts the hydrant into play against Big Lando. Lando goes for the PK Thunder. Can't find it against CPU though. CPU trying to stun Lando with a bell. Gonna home run CPU1's hydrant into him, but CPU1's just gonna parry in that. And parry that back right at Lando and knock him up and out to take him down 2 stocks. And we're now at 2 stocks apiece here. And a winner take all game number 9. Nice barrier attacking Big Lando. Lando goes for the home run on CPU, can't find it. CPU1 puts the hydrant into play, can't find Big Lando with it. Lando looking to PK free CPU. CPU's at 133% damage. Drops the hydrant right onto Big Lando. Big Lando going for the barrier attack against CPU. CPU1 going for a combo of his own. Finds that. Gets barrier attacked by Big Lando again. Puts the hydrant into play against Big Lando. Lando's also at 100% damage now. CPU1 looking to take Lando out with a kick, unable to do so. Lando's going to be able to recover. That hydrant is still there. Not put into play by anybody. CPU1's going to get a grab. Going to get a throw. Almost had Lando there. Finally gets Lando off of his recovery. Nice job there by CP1. CP1 is going to try to get the offense going against Lando. Lando's trying to do the same against CPU1. Lando knocks CPU1's hydrant up. That hydrant just bounces around on stage before it disappears. Nice barrier shot there by Lando. Knocks CPU1 up and knocks CPU1 out. CPU1's also at one stock. We are at one stock even again here, folks, in the winner-take-all game number 9. Who's going to win it? Will it be CPU1 or will it be Big Lando? Nice hydrant drop there by CPU1, looking to put it in play. Can't find Big Lando with it. Big Lando goes for the barrier attack again on CPU1. CPU1 goes for the attack on Lando and tries to knock him off the side of the stage. What a barrier shot by Lando. Lando goes for the barrier shot ledge guard. Another barrier attack by Lando. Call it a comeback. Lando wins this match and Lando wins this set in 9 games off of a reverse sweep against CPU1. That was insanity, folks. That was our main event of the evening. Now we get to the results. 1 second here. Alright. Your standings for tonight are as follows. See, Big Lando is in first. Murun is in second, and CPU1 is in third. Again, guys, I am your host, Mudkip. This has been Smash Masters number 78. Tune in next week as we call Smash Masters number 79. Quick reminder, signups are always on start.gg. But for now, I must give you guys a deal. We'll see you guys next week right back here at 7 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time here on Smash Masters. This is Mudkip signing off for the evening. Good night, folks.